You are the author of your own story. You hold the pen, and every day you write a new page. Why it's time to focus on you, and how that focus can transform your life in ways you have never imagined. Now, I want you to think for a moment. When was the last time you truly focused on yourself? Not in a selfish way, but in a way that nurtures your growth, your dreams, your potential. Too often, we get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, running from one task to another, one obligation to the next. We are so busy taking care of others, meeting deadlines, paying bills that we forget the most important person in our lives, ourselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you do not have, and you certainly cannot lead others if you cannot lead yourself. That's why it's crucial, absolutely essential, that you start focusing on you. Now, I'm not talking about being selfish or neglecting your responsibilities. I'm talking about making a conscious decision to invest in yourself to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Because when you do that, when you truly focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything else in your life improves. Your relationships get better. Your work becomes more fulfilling, and your impact on the world grows exponentially. Let me tell you a little story. There was once a young man who was always busy, always running from one thing to another. He had a good job, a nice family, but he felt empty inside. He was so focused on meeting everyone else's expectations that he had forgotten his own dreams. One day, he decided to take a step back and focus on himself. He started reading books, exercising, meditating. He rediscovered his passion for painting, something he had given up years ago. And you know what happened? His whole life transformed. His relationships improved because he was happier and more present. His work got better because he was more focused and creative. He even started a small business based on his art, all because he decided to focus on himself. Now, I'm not saying you need to make drastic changes overnight, but I am saying that it's time to start prioritizing yourself. It's time to invest in your own growth, your own happiness, your own success. Because when you do that, you are not just helping yourself, you are helping everyone around you. So how do we do this? How do we start focusing on ourselves in a way that's productive and meaningful? Well, let me share with you some key principles that I've learned over the years. It all starts with your mindset. You have got to believe that you are worthy of focus and investment. Too many people go through life thinking they're not good enough, not smart enough, not deserving enough. You are a miracle. The odds of you being born, of you existing at this exact moment in time, are so astronomically small that it's mind-boggling. You are a unique combination of genes, experiences, and potential that has never existed before, and will never exist again. So start treating yourself with the respect and care that such a miracle deserves. You've got to set clear goals for yourself, not vague wishes, not half-hearted desires, but clear, specific, measurable goals. Where do you want to be in 5 years? What skills do you want to develop? What experiences do you want to have? What kind of person do you want to become? Write these goals down. Make them concrete, because a goal that's not written down is just a wish. You need to develop a personal growth plan. This is your roadmap to becoming the person you want to be. It should include daily habits that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Maybe it's reading for 30 minutes every day, or exercising for an hour, or practicing meditation. Whatever it is, make sure it aligns with your goals and values. You've got to manage your time effectively. Time is the most precious resource we have. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, but it's how we use those hours that makes all the difference. Start by tracking how you spend your time for a week. You might be surprised at how much time you are wasting on activities that do not contribute to your growth or happiness. Then start prioritizing. Make sure you are spending time on the things that truly matter to you. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with, the books you read, the media you consume. All of these shape your thoughts and beliefs. So choose wisely. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better. Read books that expand your mind and fuel your dreams. Listen to podcasts and watch videos that motivate you and teach you new skills. The world is changing faster than ever before. and the only way to keep up is to become a lifelong learner. Make it a habit to learn something new every day. It could be a new skill, a new fact, a new perspective. The more you learn, the more valuable you become, not just to yourself, but to everyone around you. Take care of your physical health. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. If it's not functioning well, everything else suffers. So make sure you're eating nutritious food, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly. It's not about having a perfect body. It's about having a body that serves you well and allows you to pursue your dreams with energy and vitality. Nurture your emotional and mental health. In our busy world, it's easy to neglect our inner life, but your emotional and mental well-being is crucial to your overall success and happiness. Take time for self-reflection. Practice gratitude. Learn to manage stress effectively. And do not be afraid to seek help if you need it. Taking care of your mental health is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. Develop your unique talents and strengths. Each of us has natural abilities that, when developed, can lead to extraordinary achievements. Too often we focus on fixing our weaknesses instead of honing our strengths. But here's the truth. You will make a much bigger impact in the world by becoming exceptional at what you are naturally good at, rather than becoming mediocre at something you are not. Cultivate meaningful relationships. While focusing on yourself is important, remember that we are social creatures. We need connections. We need love. We need community. So as you are working on yourself, do not forget to nurture your relationships. Be present with your loved ones. Show appreciation. Offer help when you can, because in the end, it's our relationships that give life its richest meaning. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but I do not have the time. I'm too busy. I have too many responsibilities, and I get it. Life is demanding. But here's the thing. You cannot afford not to focus on yourself. Because if you do not, if you keep putting yourself last, eventually you will burn out. You will lose your passion, your energy, your zest for life, and then you will not be able to take care of anyone or anything else. So start small. Maybe it's just 15 minutes a day that you dedicate to personal growth. Maybe it's one book a month. Maybe it's a weekly walk in nature to clear your mind. Whatever it is, start somewhere, because small actions consistently taken lead to big results. Let me share another story with you. There was a woman who felt stuck in her life. She had a job. She didn't love a relationship that was struggling, and dreams she would long ago given up on. One day, she decided to start focusing on herself. She started small, just 30 minutes a day of reading and journaling. At first, it didn't seem to make much difference, but she stuck with it. After a few weeks, she noticed she was feeling more positive, more energized. She started setting goals for herself, small ones at first. As she achieved these goals, her confidence grew. She started taking online courses to develop new skills. She began exercising regularly. And you know what? Within a year, her life had completely transformed. She found a new job that she loved. Her relationship improved because she was happier and more confident. And she even started pursuing that dream she had given up on years ago, all because she decided to focus on herself. Now, I want to address something important. When I say focus on yourself, I do not mean become selfish or ignore the needs of others. In fact, it's quite the opposite. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you actually become more valuable to others. You have more to give, more to contribute. You become a better parent, a better spouse, a better friend, a better employee or employer. You become a source of inspiration and positive influence for those around you. Have you ever been on an airplane? What do they tell you about oxygen masks in case of an emergency? They tell you to put your own mask on first before helping others. Why? Because if you run out of oxygen, you cannot help anyone else. The same principle applies in life. By taking care of yourself first, by focusing on your own growth and well-being, you put yourself in a position to better help and serve others. Create a morning routine that sets you up for success. This could include things like meditation, exercise, reading, or journaling. The key is to start your day with activities that nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Set aside time each week for personal development. This could be an hour each evening to read or take an online course, or maybe a few hours on the weekend to work on a personal project. Whatever it is, make it a non-negotiable part of your schedule. Learn to say no to things that do not align with your goals and values. This can be tough, especially if you are a people pleaser. But remember, every time you say yes to something that's not important to you, you are saying no to something that is. Your time and energy are limited resources. Use them wisely. Practice self-reflection at the end of each day. Take a few minutes to review what could have been better, and what you learned. This simple practice can dramatically accelerate your personal growth. Take care of your physical health. Make time for regular exercise. Eat nutritious foods and get enough sleep. Your physical health has a huge impact on your mental and emotional well-being, as well as your productivity and effectiveness in all areas of life. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe that you can learn, grow, and improve in any area of life. See challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to be avoided. Embrace failure as a learning experience rather than a reflection of your worth. Take time each day to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and it's a powerful tool for increasing happiness and resilience. Invest in your skills and knowledge. The world is changing rapidly, and the skills that are valuable today might be obsolete tomorrow. Stay ahead of the curve by continuously learning and adapting. Nurture your creativity, whether it's through art, music, writing, or any other form of creative expression. Make time to engage in activities that allow you to express yourself and tap into your imagination. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. Remember, you are human. You will make mistakes. You will have setbacks. That's okay. What matters is how you respond to these challenges. Now, I want to address a common obstacle that many people face when they try to focus on themselves. Guilt. You might feel guilty for taking time for yourself, for pursuing your own goals and dreams. You might worry that you are being selfish or neglecting your responsibilities. But here's the truth. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. It's responsible. It's the foundation for everything else in your life. If you are a parent, do not you want to set a good example for your children? Do not you want them to see what it looks like to live a fulfilling life, to pursue dreams, to take care of oneself? If you are a leader in your workplace tonight, you want to model what it looks like to be balanced, energized, and continuously growing. By focusing on yourself, you are not just improving your own life. You are setting an example that can inspire and uplift others. Another obstacle you might face is fear. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of success. But remember this, on the other side of your fear is your growth. Every time you face a fear, every time you step out of your comfort zone, you grow. You become stronger, more resilient, more capable. So do not let fear hold you back. Acknowledge it, understand it, but do not let it control you. Now talk about the incredible benefits that come from focusing on yourself. First and foremost, you will experience a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. When you are actively working towards becoming the best version of yourself, life takes on a new meaning. You will wake up each day with a sense of excitement and anticipation, eager to learn, grow, and make progress. You will also likely see improvements in your relationships. When you are happier, more fulfilled, you bring more positivity and energy to your interactions with others. You become more patient, more understanding, more present. You have more to give because your own cup is full. Your career is likely to benefit as well. As you develop new skills, increase your knowledge, and grow in confidence, you become more valuable in the workplace. You will be better equipped to take on new challenges, to innovate, to lead. You might even discover new career paths that align more closely with your passions. Your health is likely to improve. As you focus on taking care of your body and mind, you will likely experience more energy, better sleep, reduce stress, and an overall sense of well-being. This, in turn, can lead to increased longevity and a better quality of life. As you age, you will become more resilient. Life will always have its challenges, but as you focus on your personal growth, you will develop the mental and emotional tools to handle these challenges more effectively. You will bounce back faster from setbacks and find opportunity and adversity. You will experience more joy and contentment. As you align your life with your values and pursue meaningful goals, you will find a deeper sense of satisfaction that goes beyond fleeting happiness. You will develop a sense of inner peace and contentment that can weather life's storms. You will have a greater impact on the world. As you become this version of yourself, you will naturally inspire others. Your growth will ripple out, touching the lives of those around you in positive ways. You will be better equipped to contribute to your community, to make a difference in your chosen field, to leave the world a little better than you found it. Now, I want to emphasize something important. Focusing on yourself is not a one-time event. It's not something you do for a week or a month, and then you're done. It's a lifelong journey. It's a commitment to continuous growth and improvement. There will be ups and downs, successes and setbacks, but that's okay. That's part of the journey. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep learning, to keep growing. Remember, every day is a new opportunity. No matter what happened yesterday, no matter what mistakes you have made in the past, today is a new day, a chance to start fresh, to take a step in the right direction, to focus on becoming the person you want to be. Starting today, make a commitment to focus on yourself. Make a commitment to your own growth, your own happiness, your own success. Because when you do that, when you invest in yourself, you are not just changing your own life. Every great achievement, every positive change in the world started with one person deciding to be better, to do better. Every movement, every innovation, every act of kindness that's ever made a difference began with someone focusing on their own growth and potential. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to create positive change, to make a difference, to leave a legacy. But it all starts with focusing on you. In this moment, make a decision. Decide that from this day forward, you are going to prioritize your own growth and development. Decide that you are going to invest in yourself, that you are going to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Decide that you are going to pursue your dreams, develop your talents, and become the best version of. It will not always be easy. There will be challenges. There will be days when you feel like giving up. But I promise you, it will be worth it, because as you grow, as you develop, as you become more of who you're meant to be, you will find that life becomes richer, more meaningful, more fulfilling. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. Seek out mentors. Find like-minded individuals who are also committed to personal growth. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars. Surround yourself with positivity and inspiration, because the more you feed your mind with positive growth-oriented content, the more you will be motivated to keep growing and improving. Many people think that personal growth requires massive changes or dramatic gestures, but the truth is, it's the small things you do every day that add up to big results over time. It's the book you read for 30 minutes before bed, the healthy meal you choose instead of fast food, the kind word you offer to a stranger, the extra rep you push through in your workout. These small actions might not seem significant in the moment, but they're shaping your character, your habits, your life. Think about it like compound interest. Just as a small amount of money can grow into a fortune over time with compound interest, small positive actions compound to create massive changes in your life. Every time you choose growth over comfort, every time you push yourself a little bit further, you are making a deposit in your personal development account. And over time, those deposits add up to something truly remarkable. You have got to be consistent. It's not about being perfect. It's not about making huge leaps every single day. It's about showing up day after day and doing the work, even when you do not feel like it, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because that's where the real growth happens. Now, I want you to imagine yourself a year from now. If you commit to focusing on yourself, to investing in your growth every single day, Where could you be? What could you achieve? How much happier, healthier, and more fulfilled could you be? The possibilities are truly exciting. But remember, the future you are imagining does not just happen. You've got to create it. You've got to work for it. You've got to earn it. And it all starts with the decisions you make today. So let me ask you this. What's one small action you can take today to invest in yourself? Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes to read a personal development book. Maybe it's going for a walk to clear your mind. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation you have been putting off. Whatever it is, commit to doing it today and then do it again tomorrow and the next day, because that's how real lasting change happens. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with, the fear of being selfish. Some of you might be thinking, is not all this focus on myself a bit selfish? Shouldn't I be thinking about others? And it's a valid question. We live in a world that often equates self-focus with selfishness. But here's the truth. Focusing on yourself when done with the right intention is one of the most unselfish things you can do. Why? Because when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you become better equipped to serve others. You have more to give. You're able to show up more fully in your relationships, in your work, in your community. You become a source of inspiration and positivity for those around you. Think about the people who have had the biggest positive impact on your life. Chances are they were individuals who had invested in themselves, who had done the work to grow and develop. They were able to pour into your life because they had first filled their own cup. So do not think of focusing on yourself as selfish. Think of it as necessary. Think of it as responsible. Think of it as an investment that pays dividends not just for you, but for everyone whose life you touch. To truly focus on yourself effectively, you need to know yourself. You need to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, your passions. You need to be honest with yourself about where you are now and where you want to go. This kind of self-awareness does not always come easily. It requires reflection, introspection, and sometimes uncomfortable honesty with yourself. But it's absolutely crucial because without self-awareness, you are like a ship without a compass. You might be moving, but you have no idea if you are going in the right direction. So, how do you develop this self-awareness? Start by asking yourself some tough questions. What are your core values? What makes you truly happy? What are your biggest fears? What are your natural talents? What habits are holding you back? Take time to really ponder these questions. Write down your answers. Reflect on them. Another powerful tool for self-awareness is feedback from others. Ask trusted friends, family members, or colleagues for their honest perspective on your strengths and areas for improvement. Sometimes others can see things in us that we cannot see ourselves. As you develop this self-awareness, you will be better equipped to focus your energy and efforts where they'll have the biggest impact. You will be able to set goals that truly resonate with who you are and who you want to become. And you will be able to make choices that align with your values and move you closer to your vision for your life. Growth does not happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself, when you try new things, when you face your fears. And let's be honest, that can be uncomfortable. That discomfort is a sign that you are growing. It's a sign that you are stretching yourself, that you are becoming more than you were before. So instead of avoiding discomfort, learn to embrace it. See it as a signal that you are on the right track. This does not mean you should be miserable all the time. It does not mean you should constantly push yourself to the breaking point. But it does mean being willing to step outside your comfort zone regularly. It means being willing to fail, to look foolish, to not know all the answers, because that's where the real growth happens. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every successful person has failed multiple times. The difference is they didn't let that discomfort stop them. They pushed through it. They learned from it. They grew because of it. Do something that scares you a little bit every day. Take on a project you are not sure you can handle. Speak up in a meeting when you usually stay quiet. Try a new hobby you've always been curious about but never dared to try. Embrace that discomfort because on the other side of it is growth. The way you think about yourself and the world around you has a huge impact on your ability to grow and succeed. There are two primary mindsets, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that their qualities are carved in stone. They believe that they have a certain amount of intelligence, a certain personality, and a certain moral character, and that these qualities cannot be changed in any meaningful way. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. They see brains and talent as just a starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. The exciting thing is that you can choose your mindset. You can decide to embrace a growth mindset. And when you do, you open up a world of possibilities for yourself. You start to see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow rather than threats to your abilities. You start to see effort as the path to mastery rather than something to be avoided. You start to see criticism as valuable feedback rather than a personal attack. So, how do you develop a growth mindset? Start by becoming aware of your self-talk. When you face a challenge, do you tell yourself, I cannot do this or I cannot do this yet? When you make a mistake, do you think I'm a failure or I'm learning? By simply adding the word yet to your thoughts, you can start to shift from a fixed to a growth mindset. Also celebrate your efforts, not just your successes. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. Every time you push yourself, every time you try something new, every time you persist in the face of difficulty, you are growing. Celebrate that. And perhaps most importantly, view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth when things get tough, when you face obstacles. Remind yourself that this is where the real learning happens. This is where you have the chance to develop new skills, to build resilience, to become stronger. Your mind and body are intimately connected. When you take care of your body, your mind functions better. You have more energy. You are more focused. You are better able to handle stress. So make physical health. This does not mean you have to become a fitness fanatic or follow some extreme diet. It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time. Maybe it's going for a walk every day. Maybe it's choosing water instead of soda. Maybe it's going to bed a little earlier to get more sleep. Remember, your body is a vehicle through which you experience life. When you take care of it, you are better able to pursue your goals, to enjoy your relationships, to fully engage with the world around you. And do not forget about the importance of rest and recovery. In our busy, always-on world, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant activity. But true growth requires periods of rest. It's during these times of rest that your body repairs itself, that your mind processes new information, that you recharge your energy for the challenges ahead. So make sure you are building in time for rest and relaxation. This might mean setting aside time each day for quiet reflection. It might mean taking regular vacations. It might mean practicing mindfulness or meditation. Whatever form it takes, make sure you are giving yourself the time and space to rest and recover. The people you spend time with, the places you frequent, the information you consume has a huge impact on your growth and success. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So take a look at your environment. Is it supporting your growth? Are you surrounded by people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better? Are you in places that energize you and spark your creativity? Are you consuming information that expands your mind and fuels your dreams? If not, it might be time to make some changes. This does not mean you have to cut people out of your life or completely overhaul your surroundings. But it does mean being intentional about creating an environment that supports your growth. Seek out positive, growth-minded people. Join clubs or groups related to your interests or goals. Create a workspace that inspires you. Fill your home with books, art, or objects that motivate you. Be mindful of the media you consume. Choose content that educates, inspires, and uplifts you. Remember, your environment is like the soil in which you are planted. Make sure it's rich, nourishing soil that supports your growth. Real fulfillment does not come from just focusing on ourselves. It comes from making a positive difference in the lives of others. As you grow and develop, as you become more of who you're meant to be, you will find that you have more to give. You will have more knowledge to share, more skills to offer, more resources to contribute. And when you use these to make a positive impact on others, you will experience a level of fulfillment and joy that's truly profound. This does not mean you have to do grand, sweeping gestures. It can be as simple as mentoring someone at work, volunteering in your community, or using your skills to help a friend in need. The key is to look for opportunities to use your growth to benefit others. And here's the beautiful thing. When you give, you also receive. You learn new things, you develop new skills, you gain new perspectives, you grow even more. It's a virtuous cycle of growth and giving that can lead to an incredibly rich and fulfilling life. So as you focus on your own growth, always keep in mind how you can use that growth to make a positive difference in the world around you. Because in the end, that's what it's all about. Becoming the best version of yourself so that you can make the biggest positive impact on the world. Gratitude is not just a nice sentiment. It's a powerful tool for personal transformation. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. You start to see the abundance in your life rather than the scarcity. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on your happiness, your resilience, and your ability to grow. When you're grateful, you are more open to new opportunities. You are more resilient in the face of challenges. You are more likely to take positive action to improve your life. So make gratitude a daily practice. Take time each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. It could be big things like your health or your relationships, or small things like a beautiful sunset or a delicious meal. The key is to really feel that gratitude, to let it fill you up and shift your state of mind. And do not just keep that gratitude to yourself. Express it to others. Let people know when you appreciate them or something they have done. Not only will this strengthen your relationships, but it will also reinforce your own feelings of gratitude. Remember, gratitude and personal growth go hand in hand. The more grateful you are, the more you will be motivated to grow and improve. And the more you grow and improve, the more you will have to be grateful for. I want to remind you of something crucial. This journey of personal growth, this focus on yourself, it's not about reaching some final destination. It's not about becoming perfect or achieving some ideal state. It's about continual progress, about becoming a little bit better each day. Personal growth is not a finite game with a clear endpoint. It's an infinite game, a journey that continues throughout your life. There will always be new things to learn, new skills to develop, new ways to grow and improve. So do not get discouraged if you do not see massive changes overnight. Do not beat yourself up if you have setbacks or make mistakes. That's all part of the journey. What matters is that you keep moving forward, that you keep learning, that you keep growing. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Every lesson learned, every skill developed, every challenge overcome is growth. Celebrate these small victories along the way. They're the building blocks of the life you are creating. And above all, enjoy the journey. Yes, focus on your goals. Yes, work hard to improve and grow, but also take time to appreciate where you are right now. Take time to enjoy the process of becoming, because in the end, that's what life is all about. Not just reaching a destination, but savoring the journey along the way.